Hello friends, welcome back to my channel again. Today we are going to have a flight from Wien Airport to Prague Airport in order to practice low visibility approach, which is currently valid at Prague. So yeah, we are on remote stand in Vienna Airport. So let's jump to the cockpit and start some preparation. So we'll put battery, conditions is fine, alternate flap switch, hydraulic panel is set, that's pretty okay, wiper sparks, gear down 3 green, so we can put it GPU on bus. Let's check the quality, it's okay, can perform the fire tests. Actually our SimBrief flight planning gives me the altitude let's say 8,000 feet in order to go to Prrague Airport, which is absolutely nonsense, unacceptable. So we will see what will be optimal level once we fill the performance initialization page. Okay, everything's set up, everything is fine. So what you can do, assume that it is positioning flagged, or we are calling them the ferry flights. So well, in this case we can put we can start to fill the FMC, but I will now check what will be the fuel, and we have the fuel 5.2. This is the minimum block fuel, so in this case we'll make a refueling with 6.2. I know it's much fuel, but there are low visibility procedures in force, and no matter that it's early morning, it should be some traffic around there, so that's why. So Lima Oscar Whiskey we have. Yeah, well, I forget to put the IRSs. Okay, check the circuit breakers and documentation as well. This flight is just for flight simulation purpose only. So now we have stand which is Hotel 44. Okay, coordinates perfectly fits each to other. So Wien, Prague Airport, we have activate, execute, we have sky travel, call sign for today, it's okay, and we'll see what is the med report. Wrong, sorry, I would like to go here. Never mind, I'll put the Vienna right over there in order to have it prepared. That's fine. Okay, we have variable 2 knots, so runway. Well, for my purpose, it should be better to use runway 34. I will take runway 34, and we have as well. No, it's not low visibility, but the visibility drops a little bit, but it's still for precision approach, and I guess no, for non-precision no, but for precision approach category 1 it's okay, so we don't need to have the takeoff alternate. Anyway, our takeoff alternate will be Bratislava Airport or Brno, which is nearby, so put the Lanux, and according to the Lanux departure runway 34, and we will pick up the Lanux, oops, sorry, Lanux 6 Delta right now, that's okay. Performance initialization page, yeah, so we'll go like this one, and we'll make the empty airplane, and now we can start the refueling. So we'll wait for refueling, and then we will complete the performance initialization page. It will be very simple explanation how visibility works in Boeing 737. Anyway, we have cost index 67, which I considered quite high. So let's pick up, let's say 35, and wind conditions. I cannot account with any wind condition because it's up to flight level 100, but approximately at flight level 200 is 34416 /16. We have, as I said before, cost index 35. We have reserve fuel, and as well the takeoff alternate. It's Leipzig, I guess so. Yeah, we'll see. 2.7, and this is departure alternate is Munich, okay? Destination alternate is Leipzig, Halle. 2.7 for Leipzig, that's okay. So we can check the light tests. Everything is working or no. Pretty fine. That's okay. We'll put the QNH 1026. We'll put the acceleration altitude, which will be 1000 and 800 is 1400 feet. It will be engine out acceleration altitude. According to, I don't know what is the preferential runway system here in so far, so it should be okay, but I would like to save some time and some fuel, but anyway, we have to check it. We have no winds, so that means that departure runway 29er, okay. We should use the 29er for departure. Okay, so we will reselect it. Runway 29er and Linux to Charlie. Basically that's it. Once the irises are aligned, we will check it as well. So we'll leave it like performance maintenance when we don't need. Passengers bus we don't need, but for example we are carrying on board the maintenance crew and other crews as well, so I put there for example 20 packs on board, okay. And into the aft compartment we'll put the spare parts, for example within 500 of kilograms, in order to be in the low sheet envelope, because on Boeing 377 when the airplane is empty, basically the low sheet calculations are much more better than when we put a few hundred kilograms into baggage compartment, okay. So we will find the Linux to Charlie. Yeah, well, basically that's it, like in Formula 1. Okay, so we'll first turn to the left and then to the right, proceeding via Linux. And yeah, well, basically that's it. And so we can start the flight director switches and put their initial climb clearance, which is 5,000 feet. 5,000 feet, 22901, it's okay. That's perfect, and in case of relanding runway 16, it's preferential for arrival in this case, so 159er. .159er. .159er. Can check the oxygen. Okay, that's okay. I forget to put the set the parking brakes for walk around. That's my fault. 108.5. .5, 108, .5, that's pretty okay. Now we can check the... Okay, we can release the fuel track, that's perfect. And we can start boarding and put the baggage and start the APU. What is the outside end temperature? 12 degrees, so in our performance calculations basically we don't need engine anti-ice incorporated. Okay, so that's it. We have everything. So pre-flight flight scan from the first officer. Okay, fine. Refueling is completed. We can put fasten belts to auto position. It's okay. We'll wait a little bit for to warm up the APU, and then we'll put it on bleed. Anyway, we have passengers on board. That's mean that we can release the stairs, and we'll leave one for the ending agent. Okay, as you can see, it's quite foggy, but nothing special. Okay, so how it looks like. Okay, we have cargo compartment as well, so we can make a low sheet calculation. 51. As there is the foggy conditions, we are not using ambient temperature, and we are pretty low, so 22K engines are really and early no problem for us. 4.1. 4.1, and runway is dry with no wind conditions, so 136 will be our takeoff safety speed. 136. This one, arm the auto throttle, and that's it. We can put the APU on bus. Okay, it's perfect, and yeah, I can put it APU on bleed as well. So basically we are ready to go. So that means that we may release the ground power and release the stairs and call the pushback car. We'll make it standard L, nose to the right, 90 degrees. It should be approximately, I guess, 20 meters. I put 20 meters, and in order not to be a stupid person on here, it's approach in Prague only 12575, but in Wien it's basically nobody out there, so I will present
In traffic Austrian 8 Alpha Hotel Fox 32 pushback startup.
127.525. 127. Okay, so connect with ground personnel. We can close the doors. We can make an before start procedure. Okay, I have to put all the pumps, but I usually put the hydraulic switches to position. Anyway, put the transponder, put the jump seat for somebody who would like to look at the departure and arrival. Start the engines, okay, and now we may start the pushback. Okay, so I hope we have everything set up quite well. Okay, so brakes are released. We have engine start procedure completed. Now we can start the engine number 2. Okay, so watch the EGT, N1 and 2 is rising, it's okay, it's rotating. Okay, so it's fine. So isolated pack procedure, start engine number 1. We are behind the Austrian. Okay, parking brake is set. Again, check the N1 rotation. Check the N2.
Steering pin is pulled. Watch for the salute and release from guidance on your right. Have a good flight.
Okay, so everything is okay. EGT is fine. All temperature is in within absolutely perfect limit and vibrations as well. So
Main traffic Austrian 8 Alpha Hotel,
like,
taxiing holding point runway 29er.
it feels like a real NG, new real NG. Okay, so start will cut out, that's perfect. Engines are stable, the ground personnel may disconnect, and we may perform the before taxi procedures. And that's it. What is important before departure to the airport, which has low visibility procedures in force, in order to not have the failure which avoids you from category 1 or 2. So that's it. Auto brake RTO I completely forget because it's early morning, so I'm quite sleeping. Okay, so we can make a perform with the flight check, control check, that's okay. Elevator radar checked. We can put the flaps 1. As we said, temperature is about 12 degrees of centigrade outside and temperature, so that means that we don't need to use the engine on TS anymore, so that's quite perfect. Anyway, blank the rollover display unit, switch of the APU, flaps 1, green light, that's important. Recall, everything is working fine and perfect, so we may release the parking brake. We can put the taxi lights and runway turn-off lights, and then here we can go. So seat Lanux to Charlie's for departure. Okay, so in order to have it pre-selected. I will a little bit shine up the lights, but in low visibility we'll turn the lights basically into off position in order to see what's going on in cockpit. Yes, we are 3 for the number 3 on the departure. Here is one Austrian, another Austrian, so we'll see. Yeah, basically that's okay. We have the radar on, reset to fuel, and terrain radar on this side, and that's it. Basically, so we have to join the taxiway whiskey, so left is clear.
Clean traffic Austrian 8 Alpha Hotel, take off runway 29er.
Right is clear, it's okay. I am a little bit worried about the steering, because sometimes it's working, sometimes the flight simulator freeze. It depends, maybe. I don't know where's the problem, but community folder, no matter how empty is, sometimes it could happen that flight simulator freeze, but it's obviously no problem. Okay, we are so light enough, which leads us to unbalanced takeoff. We can put it from Alpha 3 intersection without any problems. I will put Elna from the ground, because here we have to strictly adhere to have 1000 feet. Okay. Again, right side clear, left side clear. We are on Unicom 1228, so that's perfect. So, as we are entering the runway, the squawk. Okay, that's it. Can start the flight time, the block time we have, and yeah, well, basically that's it, and we'll keep rolling. And we have to be careful and watch the temperature. That's checked. Okay, rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Okay, so we have 400. We can put all now. Sorry, autopilot engaged. MCP speed command. 1000. We are turning. That's perfect. So noise abatement procedures was completely okay. We have no wind shear from this layer of the cloud, so that's basically okay. And now we can check our cruise level. Optimum is 400. Now we will put, for example, flight level 200 or 250. We will see, we will accommodate it according to the situation. 250. We may accelerate the airplane and look at the chart. If we have any speed restrictions, there's basically no speed restrictions. Okay, standard 250 below flight level 100, that's okay. So flaps up. Well, that's it, that's perfect. Now once we are about the flight level 100, we start to prepare our Prrague adventure, okay? But up to flight level 100.
Wien traffic, Leipzig Air 2 November Foxtrot at gate Foxtrot 27, startup and pushback. Wien traffic.
Okay, this guy at least told us the stand number, but I guess it's unnecessary to transmit blind when there is nobody out there on VATSIM, but yeah, well, according to safety you can do it. Yeah, short top of climb. And that's fine, because I don't want to climb higher even if we are light. It doesn't make sense for us. Okay, so flight level 100, reset the minimums. Press standard, transition altitude. Check the altimeters. Put all the lights okay, the collision light should be on. Release the cabin. A little bit warm up the cabin. That's okay. What I forget to put is the Prague airport, and as well I forget about the pressurization panels. 250 and 250. Okay. Well, this is how it looks like when somebody woke up, and that's it. I hope my flight simulator doesn't freeze. Okay, so what about the low visibility procedures? No matter how long is the runway, auto brake 2 is essential. In Prague, first of all, we put the ILS, so Prague airport, okay. Approach, we have ILS runway 24, and as you can see it's divided into some parts. So as the first, put the curse of the ILS on 241, because then we put the ILS frequency, which is Papa Romeo 109.1. Please do not mess with this frequency. So 109.1. This is the Prague. In case we suddenly lose the DME, we can read the DME distances from VOR. So 0.9.1, that's okay. 112.6, and we have as well the NDB 372. That's it. So well, so far so good, and we have Vlašim arrival, so we can check the Vlašim, which one is for runway 24, and this is for another runway configuration, and this is currently for us, so Vlašim 3 Sierra. So departure, arrival, ILS 24, Vlašim 3 Sierra, we are proceeding via Ratev, and basically that's it. We can scroll down the points or make it like this one. We put the Ratev onto the Ratev, but be aware of the fact if we don't have the clearance, we have straight ahead heading, okay?
Wien traffic, Leipzig Air 2 November Foxtrot, taxi to holding point, runway 2.
So runway 24 and 10 nautical miles to have situational awareness. Descent page, we fill the forecast page. Transition level in Prague should be approximately 60. We will see there is somebody on the frequency, so we will check it later on. We descend the request wind. QNH right now we don't have such an information, but I guess it will be. It's a short flight, so no big change with the frequency. Sorry, with the QNH setting. Okay, so we can load, execute. Now we can see, and within the legs page, if we can put the raw data, we have okay, why we are in flight level 200, we should be at 250 anyway, so make it level change and check it here. Target speed is max 0.63, which is basically okay. Okay, it's again my fault. I forget to put it into the cruise page. So 250 Mach 0.76. So a little bit. Sorry, 67 Mach 0.67. That's okay. So, well, that's okay. So we can perform the recall. We can check, for example, how many fuel we are going to burn, and we are going to burn approximately 700 kilograms. I will put it 149er. Rough computation, as it is low visibility, the better flare is for flaps 40 with speed +5, 126. Okay, 126. 126. Yeah, we've got it. Okay, that's perfect. So that's pretty much okay. Everything. Leaving runway within the green line, exit way. So that's okay. Can just check the instruments. Okay, we have 1000 to level off. MCP speed altitude acquired, then we can revert to VNAO mode. Okay, just in-flight scan. Everything is working properly. Yes, it is. That's fine. So regarding to the low visibility procedures, we should have radio altimeter working. We should have 2 autopilots and flight director system as well, 1 wiper on this side and window heating on this side as well. We should have some couple more things which I will not discuss. But so airplane it's okay. The crew is qualified. Captain seating it's quite okay. And basically we'll perform in real life a low visibility checklist. There are a few items we need to scroll down a little bit, and basically that's it, and we'll perform normal descent checklist. Not any further problems. Yes, what I forget is to set up the minimums. So we can go to Prague, and the minimums are for category 1 as the first, because we have still approach ban regarding to the low visibility procedures, and we may revert in some circumstances to category 1 minimums and continue if we see the runway or we don't see the runway. So in this case, but we need to use the array, and we are category 3A, so 50 feet will be okay. Why is it not working? I don't know why. Yeah, it's another option. I was finding it right, but it's right over here. Okay, so 50 array, and that's it. One to 5,575. Here we've got a message from Prrague. We have 80's information. Oscar. Okay, so what we have, the QNH transition level as we said before. Okay, right now in Prague it's okay. Okay, so there will be basically no low visibility procedures. Okay, so we can make a training cut to 3 approach. How the airplane will
Yeah, I called about a clearance to Copenhagen, and your ATIS is empty.
Okay, sorry about it, I don't know what's happened, but I can hear you, but now hear you 5. So information Oscar, TAN 41, QNH 1024, clear to destination Copenhagen via Venox for Alpha departure, initial climb 5000, squawk 1420.
Hearing 5 Romeo Tango, clear Copenhagen with information Oscar on board and Venox departure and squawk 142.
Squawk 1420 and confirm Venox for Alpha.
Venox 4 Alpha, so hearing 5 Romeo Tango.
And the Eurowings 5 Romeo Tango, the correct start.
okay,
Just
so
confirm runway 24.
From 24.
Okay. Prague radar, dobré ráno, Peťko, Skytrail 101, currently flight level 250 with information Oscar, QNH 1024, proceeding to Vlašim.
Skytrail 101, dobré ráno, Samko, Oscar correct, set squawk 1000.
1000 coming up, Skytrail 101.
And Skytrail 101 identified, descend to flight level 130, proceed direct Papa Romeo 532, no speed restriction.
Proceed direct to Papa Romeo 532 and descending flight level 130, Skytrail 101.
Hearing 5 Romeo Tango, we are ready for a pushback.
Okay.
Eurowings 5 Romeo Tango, pushback approved.
Okay, so we'll make it well level
Pushback
change
approved, 5
like
Tango.
this now. No worries. So, meantime, the weather improved, so it was okay. And Prrague radar Skytrail 101, we have the request, we would like to perform the training cut to 3 approach for runway 24.
Roger, so it will be full stop now, or you will try another one?
It will be full stop, but it will be Autoland, so that means that you have to use the cut 2-3 holding points in order to just check the airplane conditions. Thank you very much.
Roger, so this is no problem, just for your information now, LVP is not in use, but we can make it.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so we can put it like this one, that's okay. So if we are making our performing training category approach, that
You're in
means
5
that
Romeo Tango, we are ready for taxi.
Eurowings 5 Romeo Tango,
we
taxi to
are
holding
using
point
the
24
lights
via
only
hotel
these
and Alpha.
these three, but now the weather situation clears, so that means that we will use the full
Taxi runway
lights.
24 holding
And
point
as well, we
via
are
Hotel and
switching
Alpha.
strobes
Viewing 5 Romeo
lights due to strobe effect. So that's mean that yeah, well, in order not to shine us at flight level 100, we start the APU because up to
Skytrail 101, descend to flight level 100.
descending flight level 100, Skytrail 101. Okay, so now the situation calms in Prague, so we have 4,500 feet of visibility, basically no clouds depicted right overhead there, so it will be a little bit foggy, but still okay with us.
Skytrail 101, descent altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1024, via Papa, runway 532, clear as approach, runway 24.
Descending 4,000 feet, QNH 1024, and via Papa Romeo 330, clear for the approach runway 24.
Negative, via Papa Romeo 532.
Sorry, Papa Romeo 532, yes. Okay. Čím si starý, čím víc potřebuješ brejle, kámo.
Já už je potřebuji teď.
Ja už mám low visibility v tej FMS-ke, vieš, keď sa na to dívam takto.
Eurowings 5 from Tango runway 24, cleared for takeoff, wind variable 2 knots.
Runway 24 clear for takeoff, Eurowing 5 Romeo Tango.
Okay, so as you can see, we are approaching flight level 100 again. In real LV operations we use just these lights, okay, and we put strobe into off position, but right now in real weather we have 4000 meters of visibility. It's absolutely perfect, so we don't need to use it, so we can use landing lights as usual, daylight traffic, and we are decelerating to 240. And again, watch the temperature, okay. I can check it with the METAR in Prague. Temperature is 9 degrees, so this is our case, so we have to be careful. But anyway, we should be in clouds, or we should have the visibility less than 1 statute mile. That means 1600 meters approximately, and outside and temperature, or let's say total and temperature, below 10. Okay, so we will see if we use this criteria or no. Okay, 4000 feet is the altitude of the final approach point in order to capture the glide slope, and copilot should have approach mode on his side. We will start the APU. We'll make it like a real life low visibility procedures.
Eurowings 5 from Tango identified 3700, climb to flight level 300.
Flight level 300, Eurowing 5 Romeo Tango.
Samko, co letíš, MSFS?
Jo, skúšam to, lebo včera mi to dvakrát padlo, vieš. Tak dneska som trošku prestavil settingy a no, tak to skúšam, no neviem, uvidíme. A ráno som pozeral a bolo to LVOčko v Prahe.
Sorry, I say again for Eurowing 5 Romeo Tango.
I'll turn right and proceed direct takeoff, Delta Echo Kilo Oscar Victor.
Direct takeoff, Eurowing 5 Romeo Tango.
Confirm takeoff, Delta Echo Kilo Oscar Victor.
Takeoff for Eurowing 5 Romeo Tango. Delta Echo Kilo Oscar and Victor.
Okay, we are below 250 and we are close enough, so we'll put the flaps 5, flaps 1, and start to reduce as much as is possible, because when you have low visibility procedures it should be delay detectors, okay, and we will expect the holding as well, because the separation between the airplanes are quite higher, but now it's not low visibility procedures in force, as you have heard from the air traffic controller currently in Prague. Everything is okay, so basically there is no need to make such a separation, but crew must advise air traffic controller that they are performing training approaches, because it's really necessary, in order to let the air traffic controller know in order to use cut to 3 holding points, because we are performing Autoland, no matter if it is training or if it is real conditions IMC. So there's some cumulonimbus in front of us. It's a little bit strange because it shouldn't be, because I don't see the convection layer within the foggy situation. So this is something which is really strange from meteorological point of view. Okay, if you have foggy weather and you can see the cumulus congestus like now, or cumulus, it means that there should be some convection, so there shouldn't be a fog. Okay, this is somehow randomly generated clouds, but it's not real, believe me. Okay, so we put heading select like this now into the center fix, and we'll make a bypass no matter what air traffic controller says, because we should fly, or let's say capture the localizer of the ALS within the runway heading. So I will put flap stand, because as you can see we are a little bit higher over the profile, and that it's not good sign for LVP procedures. I will do the non-standard armed speed brakes, and this check the APU is okay. So we have availability up to 800 feet to connect the APU and reconnect the autopilot for Autoland in this situation, so that's quite perfect for once. So we can put the approach mode. As you can see, glass loop captured, we have everything set. It's pretty okay. So gear down, flaps 15, and and Prrague radar Skytravel 101 fully established on the ILS runway 24, and if you don't mind, for training purpose of category 3 approach, we will reduce into the minimum approach speed.
Skytravel 101, runway 24, clear to land, wind variable 2 knots, and the speed is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. On runway 24, clear to land, Skytravel 101.
Gearings 5 from Tango, shortly in my space, and monitor Unicom 12 to decimate.
Okay,
Have a good
always
morning,
when you are
and see
going
you next time,
to
Prrague. Ciao.
flaps 40, make it
Once or two
smooth.
just make for your
In
favourite
order
attack and have a
do
good
not
morning,
make
too.
excessive trimming setting. Okay, so I don't like when somebody is going directly from flaps 15 to flaps 40. It doesn't make sense, because the airplane is trimming and pitching up, down, so it really it's an unprofessional way. Okay, so we'll put the approach speed 1 to 6, that's okay. So now what is important, if we lose one of the generator up to 800 feet, we can still reconnect it, and if we have some failure, it's regarding to the nature of the failure. We perform the go around or revert to category 1 minimums, as we were talking about. Regarding to approach ban, according to meteorological conditions, everything is fine, so it's basically okay. So yeah, that's it. We are stable. FMA should be flare arm command. Okay, so command here, and here we should have flare armed on the white. This is the first sign. In 360 array we should see and hear the stabilizer is trimming into the pitch up conditions in order to better flare the airplane. At 50 feet we should have flare, at 30 retard. That's it. Once we touch down the airplane we disconnect the autopilot and auto throttle will be disconnected automatically. If no, we have to do it by ourselves. Oh, that's a big change. Okay, so watch the temperature, 18 degrees of centigrade. It's something completely different, I don't know why, because last meter, I don't want to disturb the air traffic controller. It's 9 degrees on Prague airport, okay? But temperature is rising. Well, it should be decreasing as we are coming into the fog, but it looks like that this fog is generated from cumulonimbus clouds. It doesn't make sense to me, okay, from meteorological point of view. So we have command and flare armed, as I said before. That's okay. And copilot will, from this point of view, he will only tell to us that stabilizer trimming, and after that the FMA callouts from copilots are only when there is something non-standard, in order to let the captain know to evaluate what is okay and what's the callout is related to wrong conditions, so he will immediately perform the go around, because we are so close to the ground and that we are related to radio altitude, okay, not barometric altitude. Okay, I will prepare the taxi charts. We'll see. We are not in hurry, so it's okay. Okay, stabilizer is trimming at 360 feet approximately, and now the first will be flare, and at 30 feet retard. So we'll see. I'll look at the radio altimeter here. Okay.
Approaching minimums. 100. Minimums. 40.
Okay, we have the flare. We have retard. Perfect. Oh, very nice flare. Very nice flare. Okay, so speed brakes up. We don't use the rear thrust. Okay, autopilot disengaged. That's we have, and as you can see, manual braking, auto brake disarm, and auto throttle disengages automatically for us. That's quite perfect. We do not hurry, so I will not use the reversers. We are too light. So we'll exit our first one. Okay, so that's it. We can switch the lights, strobe lights as well, the AP on bus, and once we leave the active runway and taxi routing will be confirmed, we are good to go. Okay, Skytrail 101, runway vacated.
Skytrail 101, vítejte v Praze, taxivá Foxtrot Golf Juliet to stand 18, cross runway 12.
Foxtrot Golf Juliet, stand number 18 and crossing runway 12.
Stand 18 and cross runway 12.
Okay, crossing runway 12. So, Foxtrot Golf Juliet via Foxtrot, this is the Golf one, okay? And after Golf, this should be, this is the or let's say like this one, in order to let you know this is the fire station, and services are as well here. So we have to go via Foxtrot, then don't miss it, and golf via golf, and via Juliet Blue and stand number 18. It's a luxury stand for us, so that's perfect, absolutely. So we know our taxi routing, and yeah, we can make the after landing procedure. It's okay, it's fine, this is okay, it's fine. Close the flap settings, put transponder like now, and weather radar off, terrain off. That's okay. And what next? Just right. Okay, stabilize the trimming back to 5 units. Okay, this is always essential. Okay, so crossing the runway, so we need to put the strobe lights. And now we don't, we have to be very careful and early watch in order to not mess up with the taxiways, because there are splitting a lot of taxiways here in Prague. So this is the fire station, and basically right now, so we can proceed via golf. Okay, we are out of the active runway, put it back and leave it like it is. And as you can see, the golf is the first one right now. So okay, so we need to go like here, because if we follow this route, this will be taxiway Hoto. I didn't read the NOTAMs carefully. We should have the taxi clearance by Hoto, but basically, well, if the air traffic controller has some problems, so it doesn't matter. So anyway, right side clear, left side clear. So that's pretty fine, and we have to now define the taxiway Juliet. Our stands will be somewhere on the right side here. Okay. So Juliet is the first one, and we can make it via yellow line because there was no assigned which one we have to use. So there is another traffic which will depart, and now the main purpose is to properly identify the stand and the stand number, which is the job of the copilot, because captain is always pilot flying on the ground in some companies, because some companies don't have the nose wheel steering. As you can see right now on PMDG, we don't have the nose wheel steering. So okay, so stand 21 was passed. Now we have stand 20, we have stand 19, 19 and 80. In 18 it's the last one, I guess. So okay, so we'll make a little bit not a braking, but I just need to put the taxi lights off, because it's not in real life that you put one hand on the overhead panel and another hand with the control and steering. Now I need to switch my controls to mouse and make it like this one. So that's pretty okay. That's pretty fine. What we can do in Prrague airport, it depends on company. We'll use the GPU or APU. So we can watch it from the outside. Okay, a little bit. Like this one. We are on the place. So set the chokes on. Okay. Shutdown procedure and shutdown checklist, please. Like it is. Stop the block time. Okay. We are below 10%. Yes, anti-collision lights off. We'll put the APU fuel pumps and air conditioning packs as well into the off position, because we are no longer going or making turn around. Switch as well into the off position and standby 2000. That's it. Close the jump seat, mobile phone, make a procedure and checklist. And yeah, we will make an, for example, with the ground services, we are on chokes, so we can no, we are not on chokes. Right now we are on chokes. It's the hand signal from the marshaller from the gate. Okay, now it's fine. You can see the temperature, it's quite low because we were actually making no force into the braking conditions, so that's quite okay. We can request the ground power, and once the ground power is connected, we can switch off the APU, and it's okay because it will be cool down period. Okay, that's perfect. That's it. Yeah, we have it fine. So, well, that's it. And I hope you like the video. It's a pity because at the time of the departure in Prague was low visibility, but it really very quickly disappeared. So it's a shame, but basically it's okay.